Welcome to today's explainer. We're bringing some seriously high energy to this one because honestly, we're setting the stage for massive, absolutely critical evolution in your career. Today, we're looking at the ultimate career roadmap for the 2026 to 2030 landscape. And look, this isn't just about getting a job, right? It's about building a career that stays completely relevant for the next decade by really embracing AI as your collaborator. Okay, let's dive into this right away with a high-stakes scenario. I want you to imagine two identical candidates walk into an interview. They've got the exact same degree, the same 5 years of experience, even the same great communication skills. But notice the difference here. Candidate A says, I know Microsoft Excel, pretty standard. But candidate B says, I use AI to analyze Excel data, automate reports, predict trends, and save my team 5 hours every week. Now, who gets the job? It's candidate B, every single time. The competitive edge today isn't just working hard, it's working smarter collaboratively with AI. Your biggest competition out there isn't actually AI itself, it's the person who's figured out how to use it better than you. Section 1, the evolution of work. We're moving beyond the traditional career myth. What's really interesting about this slide is how it charts our historical context. For years, the formula was super simple, right? Get a degree, get a job, work hard, and retire. But that 1950s path, it's dead. Technology just changes too fast now, literally every single year. But notice the progression here. Back in the 1970s, calculators didn't replace mathematicians. They enhanced mathematical thinking so people could solve way more complex problems. In the 1980s, spreadsheets didn't replace accountants, they just helped them analyze more data. Today, AI is just the next natural step in our evolution. It automates the repetitive work so we can focus on creative thinking and strategy. AI is not going to replace human strategy, it just exponentially increases what we can actually accomplish. Section 2, the A.D.A.P.T framework. This is a fluid approach to professional relevance. So how do we actually master this? We use the A.D.A.P.T framework as a continuous mindset for the AI era, rather than, some rigid checklist. Let's break down the letters. The A stands for awareness. This whole evolution begins with simply noticing where the friction lies in your day-to-day. You have to ask yourself, which parts of my job are just painfully repetitive? What's eating up all my time? Take a recruiter, for example, who manually reviews 500 resumes every month. That takes days. But with a little awareness, that recruiter realizes AI can organize those applications and highlight skills. It drastically reduces that repetitive friction while leaving the final hiring decision entirely up to human judgment. And this brilliantly illustrates the D, which stands for develop. Notice the progression in this 6-month plan. The develop phase is all about continuous, focused learning. The absolute biggest mistake people make is trying to master 1,000 different tools overnight. You really don't need to do that. Look at this. Month 1, you just focus on ChatGPT for writing. Month 2, Microsoft Copilot for productivity. Month 3, Notebook LM. Month 4, workflow automation with N8N. By spacing it out over half a year, you totally avoid the overwhelm. Small improvements every month create massive, undeniable results. Continuous learning will always beat out occasional, frantic learning. Next up is our second A, apply. Because let's be real, knowledge without action creates absolutely zero value. Consider candidate A again, proudly stating, I completed an AI course. Cool. But candidate B says, I actually built an AI chatbot that answers customer questions, and it reduced our response time from 8 hours down to 2. See the difference? Candidate B applied the knowledge to solve a real, tangible problem. Employers are hiring for real-world results and solved problems for sure, not just a stack of certificates. You gotta put your learning into action. That brings us to P, prove. If you don't show your work, employers simply cannot see your value. It's like you're invisible. You must provide undeniable evidence of your skills. How do we do that? Well, by creating a sharp, professional LinkedIn profile, building a simple portfolio, or getting your technical projects up on GitHub. If you're someone who likes teaching, maybe create some YouTube videos. Share case studies of exactly how you used AI to save time. Remember, at the end of the day, recruiters trust proof a whole lot more than they trust promises. Finally, the T stands for transform. This is the whole shebang, the ultimate goal. Transformation is about becoming enabled by AI, not completely dependent on it. You're using it to strip away the repetitive busy work so you can focus entirely on higher value knowledge work. You become faster, you become more accurate, and honestly, you become wildly more creative. Think of AI as like a calculator for knowledge work. It handles all the heavy lifting so your incredibly capable human mind can focus on the big picture. Section 3, AI in the real world. We're looking at transforming industries through collaboration. Let's move to this and see how this builds across completely different departments. Take IT support, right? Instead of manually digging through endless documentation, they use AI to summarize logs, which means way faster issue resolution. Over in marketing, instead of agonizing for 3 hours to write 10 social posts, AI drafts the content, freeing up the marketer for high-level strategy. HR speeds up the hiring pipeline, and finance stops tweaking spreadsheet formatting so they can actually focus on decision-making. And notice the trend here. In every single case, the human remains firmly in the loop to edit, verify, and strategize. Section 4, the human judgment factor. Unpacking the critical difference between use and trust. We really need to talk about the critical difference between just using a tool and blindly trusting it. A lot of people assume AI literacy just means knowing how to open up a chatbot and type in a question. But true AI literacy, it is so much deeper than that. It requires knowing when to use AI, and honestly, just as importantly, when not to use it. You have to know how to verify and audit those outputs for accuracy, because it can hallucinate. You have to know how to protect sensitive company information from public models. True professionals know how to marry human wisdom with machine speed seamlessly. And that brings us to this incredibly powerful quote. Employers value people who use AI responsibly, not people who trust it blindly. I mean, read that again. It hits the nail right on the head. Your ability to just hit generate isn't what makes you valuable. Your critical thinking, your judgment, your responsible oversight, that is your ultimate job security in the AI era. Section 5, your 30-day transformation. Let's turn all this theory into daily practice. So, how do we actually put all of this into motion? I want to introduce a really practical challenge for you, something you can do to immediately start building your competitive edge today. The challenge is simple. Replace exactly one manual task with an AI tool every single day for the next 30 days. It doesn't have to be some massive, earth-shattering project. You could use AI to draft a routine email, summarize the notes from your weekly team meeting, plan out your schedule, or even outline a quick presentation. It is incredibly accessible, just one task every single day. So, the crucial point is what you do at the end of that month. You sit down for a 30-day reflection and you actually document your results. Ask yourself, exactly how much time did I save overall? What new workflows did I learn that I can literally talk about in my next interview? And most importantly, this is key, what tasks still absolutely required my human judgment? Real career growth happens right here in this reflection phase, particularly when you identify where your human insight was utterly indispensable to whatever the AI spit out. Ultimately, the difference between those who succeed in the next decade and those who fall behind isn't raw intelligence. It's adaptation. Technology has always rewarded those who are willing to learn and adapt. The specific tools are going to change, the platforms will definitely change, but AI won't replace curious, adaptable professionals who combine technology with critical thinking. That's a fact. And that brings us to the most important question for your 2026 to 2030 career roadmap. Which AI skill are you going to learn first? Don't wait for the workplace to change around you, right? Start applying the A.D.A.P.T framework today. Find that one repetitive task and take your very first step toward working smarter. Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer, and get ready to completely transform your workflow.